Hello, pretty people. Let's build ourselves from the ground up. I guess that's what we're doing, even though some people have advantages. So I finally ordered my printed copies, so I have all three books of my poetry. See, Riva Zmajoki, as it says right here. This one is the first one, Unleashed Spars, and it has drawings in it that survived my very first attempt of composing a poetry book of my own, and that was, I think, in 2001, 2002, and the drawings survived, so they entered the first book. My rudimental drawings, I like them. So this is Unleashed Spars, and it's the struggle to accept one's own reality is constant, especially when we land in this world in a skewed body. Emotions are raw, but the intention is pure. Approach this gathering of letters with care. Poems are known to offer no shelter to the tired soul, but the challenge of the new uprising, a steep fall, maybe to dreams, maybe to nightmares. One can never know for sure. I love it. My attempts to be dramatic are always fun, at least for me. So let's try one poem, just not to talk too much. Loneliness, the sad song of life. Oof. So the beginning. The sad song of life. Weeping rhymes that search out, trying to find peace inside of my chest, which would be a reward in itself. To dive into the lake of serenity, far away from everything, to let people leave, to be alone, undisturbed by small pebbles they throw into the lake of my soul. So dramatic. I was a teenager. Give me some slack. Anyway, this book of poetry is my early poems, the one which survived the purge. There's always the purge. So whatever you read of me, you know there were lesser things that didn't make the cut. Escape. Howling across the field, I crawl towards you, sneaking into your chest to bite you, your heart to steal away, carrying it in my jaw towards death. Strangle your heart, surrender it to the world of oblivion, to disappear between illusions that eat away reality. Oh, to be so young and so dramatic. That's a feat in itself. But to keep these poems is to keep memories, to keep in touch of who I was back then, because it's not always easy to keep the memories, to keep the moment alive, because more time is so fleeting. Everything just slips away and you can barely recall what happened, let alone what the sensation of the moment was. So in a sense, my poems are like frozen time. When I read them, I can remember the feeling, even though the events are not connected to them anymore. Anyway, that's the experience of writing poetry. This is my Unleashed Spars, the second book for my middle years when I was married, where armors don't shine, my journey towards marriage. And the third one, the last one, dreams on the bottom. When everything fails, you trust in family, you turn to beauty of nature. And what's the third one? I should read the sections of the book. Dreams are as follows: family is precious, nature is healing, and birds are free. Animals, nature, and family, that is it. You focus on things that work and just paddle on. Because in retrospect, I am not sad that I got divorced. I'm quite glad. Oh, At one point in time, I wrote all my poems in a rhyme, but I don't think that either one of those poems survived the purge. So, but I wasn't expecting to get a divorce. As you can see at the beginning of Where Armors Don't Shine, I was quite hopeful and all in on it, trying to make things work and struggling to keep my marriage alive. But when I finally accepted that it has to end, that it is best for everyone for it to end, it wasn't just a magical thing that you wake up one day, oh, I got divorced, everything is fine. For me, at least, it's a year-long journey in which you are better and better each day as it passes. And even when I remember myself from a year ago, I'm just amazed. Oh, I'm well, I'm good, I'm better than I used to be. And that's what I strive for in my life, to be better than I used to be. And I know that is not an unlimited climb. In one moment I shall, like everyone should, or are, if you're entitled to grow old. I say we who people who get to grow old are entitled to the aches of old age. And if I am one of those people who is entitled to grow old, I hope I will be able to do it with grace and to accept that not the journey is not always uphill. Sometimes it's downhill, and when you get older, things get skewed. If they can't be repaired, and you have to deal with the limitations of how many years under your belt. I don't feel that yet that I started the decline. Depressing topic. We are such a culture that we just have such disdain towards old age, but the contradiction is that nobody wants to die. So we are in this limbo where people who want to prolong their lives as much as they can, but they don't want to discuss or be faced with the price of the old age, with the weakness, with wrinkles, with all things connected to being old. I don't know. I look forward to it. We'll see how I do. Anyway, that was my bit. See you around. Bye.